Don't you know that they'll be watching, waiting for imminent failure? You ran on making up a million ways for you to tell her.
Hi, and welcome to RCindustry.
Your tenement's a forest, or you're hiding up a tree. It's too bad opportunity doesn't come along with a lifetime guarantee. Yeah. Where's the wind that shot an empty vacant line? Nobody's gonna care.
Hey, and welcome to Rick's Rusty Wreck. By golly, we got another one today. $49.95.95. You too can own this 1978 Dodge W150.
If you're the missing link of season, I'm the brink of stand up in more than you can bear.
Well, hey, if you don't like fixing things and making them just like brand used, this channel may not be for you. Well, hey, it's Rick here, and I guess it's wintertime again. Got my gloves and my Carhartt. Well, I think this is a Carhartt. It's probably a Carhartt wannabe. Anyway, you get the point. You know, this is the 4th day of April, and man, she's a cold one today. So, anyway, today we're going to be doing some wood cutting and some different things. We got to actually work on the old war wagon back here, and with some wood, that's right. And we need to make a couple of picture frames for the wife. So, since it's kind of rainy and cold, I'm working inside the garage. She's got her van out of here, and so, you know, gives me a little room to work. So we're going to get with it and do a little work to the war wagon, like I said, but let me show you what we're going to do. So as you guys know, the old war wagon ain't got no putter downer thing that holds everything in when you're driving around, and if you've ever had one of these plastic inserts, you know you need something. So actually, someone before me had modified this. Let me get you up here a little bit. They had modified this enough to put some stakes in here, and then they put this piece of metal here, which, you know, she's a little loose. So, what I want to do is trim this metal up a little bit so it's not got this big pointy jagged thing sticking out here. And then we're going to clean this up a little bit, because them's just self-tappers and there ain't much left to, you know, secure that, because, you know, she's moving around on us. So we're going to get that squared up, and we'll just put some tack welds across here and kind of secure that a little bit. And then we're going to build some stakes that come up here, and I bought some treated wood, and we're going to put a 5-inch board all the way around like this, and then we'll fix the tailgate so it latches and slips over that to hold it. And that way we can put some stuff in here and it won't slide out, you know. Because, you know, if you're going up a hill and you kick it or something and do a wheelie with this thing, well, that spare tire's liable to roll out of here. Enough said with that. Let's get busy and see what we can do. Okay, guys, what we got here, I took a piece of wood, and the length from where it sits down in the stake here to here is 6 inches, because the boards that we're using across here are like a 1x6. They're actually 5 5/8 by 5/8 of an inch thick, and so that will go along here. But we had to notch it like so that it would fit down in the stake. And we left our part here in the front big. Or, I mean, the big part or the rest of the 2x4 sticking here, because if you look down through here, we want to tie into the other one that's over there. And then our board will set just like this. And then we're going to run the boards this way. And instead of, I kind of like these hooks. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't know. I think I'm going to put a washer and a bolt and just bolt that to this, and that way it'll hold it all the way down through here. Because when you get down here on this end, if I pull these out, there's just not much left in here, guys. I mean, this thing is just trashed, and it's this way on this side too. And they've got these things shoved down in there and tightened up, and I think we're just going to be best if we just run the boards down through this way, and then we'll square up our end gate here where this fender's leaning, and we'll tack that weld. We'll have to clean it up a little, and we'll tack that or weld it in or whatever, and then we'll start building our gate across the back. So, all right, show you more. Okay, so I got my board cut there, and I've made 2 of these like we talked about over there. So let's get this put on here, and we want to square this up. And you know, you could use a square, a little builder square, but you know, this truck is not square itself. I mean, you know, so I want to just get this. We're just going to eyeball it, you know. I mean, as old Puddin would say, we're going to shoot from the hip, baby. So anyway, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to kind of eyeball it here, get it square. I mean, my cuts are fairly square, so. And I'm going to drill a pilot hole, because this old cheap lumber we get anymore, it'll just split out. So, and I've got a little bit on here that recesses the end of the screw. And we're going to put 2 of them in here. And once we get the 2 in there, then we're going to pull that clamp off. That may have moved on me a little. She may have moved on me a little. Let's pop that off of there. And then we'll put our other pilot hole on there. Just kind of eyeballing it. We ain't building the space shuttle here, you know. So, as old what's his face up there would say. Okay. So that's what we got. All right, show you more. Okay, well, I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, Rick, why would you waste your time taking a bunch of old wood and propping that old bed together? You ought to just throw it away. It ain't no good. Well, that's true. It ain't no good. But we make things just like brand used here, baby. Oh, hell, we better pause that music. All right, now, if we measured correctly, this ought to fit in there. Look at that. That'll work. Who says you can't use woodworking tools on trucks and cars? Well, now she's getting windy out here, so the wind noise might be a little rough, and of course the mowing season has commenced, so the people across the street are mowing and weed eating and blowing, and I'm telling you, there can't be anything to mow. But anyway, I want to get you updated here what's going on. I put a bracket in underneath here and screwed it to the bottom of this, because this is going to hold our gate down in it. And you saw me taking the woodworking tools and, you know, kind of modifying those just a little bit. I sawed the notch in there, and then I just kind of sanded this down so it slides in there easily. So we're going to get that laid up on there, and then I'm going to cut this board off over here, and then we can start screwing these to the tailgate, or the end gate. So there'll be like one here, and one at the bottom, or maybe I may just put one. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, but we'll kind of get that figured out. All right, show you more. There we go. That's out of there, and we didn't get too big of a fire going. All right, let's grind this up and smooth that up. And we're going to push this thing over where it needs to be and kind of tack weld it a little in here. All right, show you more. Okay, let's see what we can get done here. Oops. Guess I had the thing laying there on. All right. Let's see if we got anything here. That actually looks pretty good, so. I like to weld just a little bit and cool those down and just skip around till we get where we want it. We got this pretty square. It doesn't kind of look like it, but the distance between here and here is the same. So anyway, let's get some welding done. Okay, I think you get the idea here. So I'm going to keep spotting away at that till we get that all welded in. And I'm starting to get a little connection here and right up in here. I want to get a little bit there too. So anyway, all right, show you more. Okay, well, you know, I can blow slag like the best of them right there, baby. I don't think it looks very good at all, guys, but she don't move around anymore, and that's what I was going for. So anyway, let's get these next two slats on here and button this job up. All right, show you more. Johnny was a schoolboy when you love me do. I think it wasn't from there, but it didn't take too long. Bought a guitar, play it every night. Now he's in a rock and roll outfit, and everything's alright. Don't you know? Alright, let's see if we can get this tailgate put in there. Now this should fit, because I actually used a measuring tape every once in a while on this, so maybe this will fit in there. Look at that. That is just like brand used, baby. You know, that'll keep this spare tire from rolling out whenever we do a wheelie or anything. You know, this thing has just got all that horsepower. When I mash it to the floor, I mean, it's just going to smoke all four tires. Yeah, right. So, okay, well, I want to get a little foo-foo paint down here, and I think we're probably going to call it quits for tonight on this one. We need to work on that one. All right, I guess that's going to be the end of the show. I hope you learned something. You can take anything and make it work. I mean, we could have redid this whole bed. We could have went and bought a box. I found one for $2,200. Well, the truck ain't even worth that, guys. I mean, you know, I know some of you is going to be like, well, you should restore that and you should do this and that, and I probably should. Here at RC Industry, we're making things like brand used. Thanks for coming along today. Thanks for subscribing. I think we're up to we did have 545 subscribers, and I noticed this morning that we only have 544, so I guess someone got tired of seeing the shenanigans. Hey, there's only about 92% of you that even subscribe that watch the video, so reach up there and hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, make some comments. I've actually been getting a lot of comments, and there's some conversation going back and forth. It's kind of interesting. You guys know a lot more than I do. I may have some knowledge, but you guys know a lot more than I do. So give me a comment. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you like the old war wagon. Anyway, thanks for coming along. See you next time. Bye.
Well, will you tell me I can't even get the hood open? There we go. Good grief almighty.
Do you find it that hard to believe that all the wrong is done, and it has not always been me? Say, whoa, do you feel it's that important to win? Though you know I'm wild, you could have never been, could have never been. I said, do you find it that hard to conceive where you thought me blind? I do see. I said, whoa, do you know that confidence is